Was it difficult establishing a set of characters for half the book, breaking off and rejoining them 20 odd years later?
It was very difficult. The first part of the book I found very, very easy to write because, as I said, that I was a reporter, I covered the miners' strike, I stood on picket lines with a notebook, not as Lexa does as a participant, but still I saw many of the scenes that she witnesses in the book, and they're incredibly vivid to me still. So I was able to write those parts of the book quite well. I worked in a sexist workplace, well, more than one. Not anything like Goodison Fairbrother, the merchant bank, is in the book, but still, I had those memories to draw on as well. And there's that thing about when you're writing about someone who's in their early 20s, you remember how everything was so vivid for you at that time. So that was fine, and I wrote, that bit of the book fine. Then I came to write the second bit of the book, which, as you say, is 25 years later. And everything I wrote was either desperately sad or flat or both. And the thing is, part of what the book's about is the way in middle age you can look back and say, best part of my life is over, I'll never feel anything so intensely again. But I needed something else, something forward moving to stop the book having just this mournful note for the whole of the second half. And I just couldn't get it, so I put it away and I worked on other projects. I wrote plays and other novels. And then when the credit crunch happened, when the banking crisis began, my agent said to me, why don't you rewrite the second half of that book using what's happening now? And that was exactly the spur I needed. And it allowed me to balance the sadness with a sense that things are moving forward. Gabriel is the only one of the three main characters who's still in banking, but she is implicated in the banking crisis, and therefore you very much care about what's happening to her, what's happening going forward. At the same time, something that she and Lexa and Stuart did 25 years ago comes back to catch up with them. So there is that balance of present and past, and that finally was a way for me to make the book work. The other thing, which was easy, I have to say, because when you're middle-aged, you just know this, was writing characters when they're middle-aged, having known them as young people. Because I know, because I've had long friendships, the way both of you can be completely different people from the people you were when you first met, and yet the friendship can endure. And at the same time, conversely, if you meet someone you haven't seen for 20 odd years, both of you can regress to the people you were then when you come back together again. So I found that quite easy to write.